What is up, my little corrupted files? Now, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing what if Deku was a Hell Warden. So before we start, let me explain what a Hell Warden is. A Hell Warden is somebody in Hell. There's 8 Hell Wardens, by the way. Deku's just one of them. Don't worry, you'll see the others more as we get into the series. So, they're the most 8 powerfulest in the entire hell, and they all have prisons across the place. And Deku has light green, like some acid, like light green type of horns, and he does have a light green tongue. He kind of looks like his picture, but he wears a suit with shackles on them, and he has like handcuffs that doesn't have a chain like Midnight, but like the chains are hanging from his wrist. Fashion option. And yeah, now also his suit's black and orange. So now let's get into it. Deku was born in tragedy. Run there was Deku as a baby heard running away, explosions in the distance before he finally opened his eyes just to see the man that was carrying him, Hisashi, who had white hair and horns, black horns, get propelled with thousands and thousands of arrows before dropping Deku on the floor saying, "Please, go," before dying, letting his last breath out. Inko would catch up to see baby Deku crying on the floor as Hisashi is dead next to him. Inko would stop for a minute, covering her mouth, letting fiery tears about to fall. But she holds her head up, letting the lava tears go back. She picks up Deku and starts to try to run, before getting slashed at the back by one of the mysterious prison wardens. Before dying, she looks up, saying, "Avalanche," and being propelled with a spear in her stomach. The mysterious prison warden known as Avalanche would pick up baby Deku, saying he might be of use to us, but he sounds like very robot-y. And he has like this night suit, armor suit on. So he picks baby Deku up and starts to walk back to the castle. Now we're gonna do a huge time skip to where Deku's 16, and Deku's just in his office before his right-hand man and comes in and says, "Deku, sir, the prisoners, they're all escaping." Deku says, "This is the 28th time this week. They can't escape and they know it." Deku gets up from his chair, quickly teleporting away. Now, before he teleports, he sees a flash of white light, and he teleports into a whole nother world, you can call it. But no, he really didn't. He just teleported to Earth. Deku's like, "What the hell is this? Why is it so bright?" He covers his eyes from the sun. I know they were in hell, and it was probably way more bright there because, fire everywhere, and the sun's just a big ball of fire, but whatever. Deku covers his eyes, then looks at the life around him, flying, breathing, eating. He looks at what's called grass and says, "What the fuck is this? Is this celery or some crap?" He starts to pull out the grass and finds brown stuff under it. Ew, what is this mushy brown stuff? Is this shit? before two explorers come to find him. One is a woman with a hat, and the other is a man with a hat on. Oh, are you new to these parks? Wow, you must have a devil cork. Deku looks at them confused. What the fuck is a cork? Huh? You're telling me you don't know what a cork is but have one? They explain that a quirk is an ability. Sorry if you guys hear some background sounds, but they explain that a quirk is an ability. And Deku says, oh, well, they explain that it's a superpower. Deku says, oh, you mean like abilities? Let me explain. In hell, the prison wardens have things called abilities instead of quirks. They have up to 2 or 3. And each prison warden is skilled with one weapon. And that's basically their insignia. Deku, who grabs a small battle axe, and he says, so, where's jail? They say, what? Why are you trying to go to jail, and why do you have that menacing battle axe? The girl explorer leaps behind the man explorer as he starts to lift rubble with his cork. He says, well, it's my prison. Then Deku remembers he's not in hell anymore. He then whispers, I'm not in hell anymore. He slowly comes to the realization that he isn't in hell anymore as he starts to say it over and over again. And then he says, I'm not in hell anymore! Woo! And just starts running around, smelling the grass and soon eating some grass. And then he smells the air, eats grass, smells the grass before eating it. He's just running around doing all these wild things, punching freaking mountains and destroying them. They're like, I think we should go. And then Deku says, can you point me in the direction where some civilization should be? The man points over to the city. I forgot what the main city is called. But Deku says, thank you. Random person 1 and random person 2. And then he runs towards the city. Deku, who finally gets there, and then he sees All Might saving some people. And he says, I am here. A robber sneaks up behind Deku, trying to stab him, or thug, or hold him hostage. They put a knife to Deku. No one moves, or this boy gets hurt. All Might slowly turns around, saying, you don't have to do before the man erupts in flames. Deku says, annoying. My first day here, and they don't like me already. All Might's eyes widen, as this is Deku's first ability, or as they call it, a quirk, stomach acid. We all have stomach acid, but he can put fire inside of the acid, making it flammable, and the person bursts into flames like some type of fire force crap, but they don't turn into a demon or anything. They die. So Deku makes the man burst into flames, saying, it's hot, please put me out, or being turned to cinders. All Might is ready for a fight, but then realizes that if he fought Deku, there was no way he would win. He then says, it's illegal to use your quirk. Even if that was a thug, you shouldn't have killed him. I'll be taking you in for some questions now. Deku says, huh? Before cops surround him, and one eventually walking up to Deku and putting handcuffs on him. Deku says, you know these are really loose, right? And they say, what the heck are you talking about? This is as tight as cuffs can get. Deku says, what? What are you talking about? They can get way tighter than this. The cops soon ignore him before pulling Deku into a station. All Might starts to question him, and Deku explains that he is one of the 8 prison wardens. He says he magically arrived to Earth and doesn't even want to be here, even though it is kind of cool. All Might takes Deku out the station, unlocking his handcuffs. Sure, he did kill a person, but he had no understanding of what was going around here. All Might soon explains the economy and how he can't just do that. And to hear he's a nobody right now. Deku says, a nobody? I hope you know. All Might says, yes, I already know you're one of the 8 prison wardens of hell. Now let's go. You're going to be attending UA. As All Might trains Deku until the UA. As he walks up, he sees a blonde-haired kid and a girl with brown hair, or brunette hair, whatever you want to call it. He says, they seem pretty fun. He walks up to the blonde boy, putting his hand on his shoulder. Get your hand off of me, you damn nerd, before turning around, seeing Deku. Ooh, who the hell are you? Oh, you can call me Deku. Or Izuku, whatever you'd like. Now, in hell, Deku means Battle Lord. So, yeah, it's not calling him useless. But, so then Bakugo says, well, why are you interacting with me anyway? If you don't get your hand off my shoulder, I'm gonna explode you to bits. Deku says, whoa, calm down there, buddy, before teleporting on Bakugo's other shoulder. I was hoping we could, be friends. You show me around the school since I'm pretty new. Bakugo then says, I'm new here too. You're coming for the same entrance exam as I am, right? Deku says, oh, yeah, totally, I knew that, ha 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 ha. Deku then says in his head, no wonder there were so many students rushing in. As Deku arrives, they explain that the 3 bots give points before somebody speaks up, saying, but there's 4 bots. They then explain the 0 pointer, or Present Mike does. As they say, go! Deku is the first one, with incredible speed launching off. Everybody guesses that Deku's quirk is some demon-type quirk that enhances his physical strength and speed. But that isn't the case at all. That's just Deku's hard work paying off. Deku leaps from building to building, jumping in the air on some Attack on Titan shit. He then slashes one of the bots down with his nails and then slashes it down all the way to its core. He then leaps off the bot's back onto another one, slashing it again. They say Deku is pretty tame since he's not doing anything too bad, until one of the bots that Deku looks at bursts into flames. They're like, what the heck? He has 2 quirks? At first they assume that it's another student's quirk, but as they see that Deku looks at the bots that are erupting in flames, each one of them don't erupt into flames until Deku looks at them. The judges are impressed. Deku comes out with the highest score, Bakugo being right behind him. Bakugo says, what the heck? He tugs on Deku's suit or tie of UA. He explodes. Listen, nerd, don't get in my way. Whoa there, buddy. Teleporting behind Bakugo, whispering into his ear. I thought we were friends. Bakugo says, we were never friends. Bakugo walking away. Deku saying harsh. And everybody starts to run away. Deku thinks it's because they think he's a monster, like everybody first in hell, until he